Hello and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I'm Sientir, and you can support me at patreon.com/Sientir. I have a defense mission with Guardsman Kaolin to take care of, so hopefully I've got things kind of organized. One of the weird things I've got going on right now is got Acolyte Jin doing some barrage stuff, and you know, your good old standard interrupts. But she has Go for the Eyes, because I have some Shout synergy with Mending Refrain and Finale of Restoration, as well as Hexbreaker Uria to help our allies deal with hexes. Neither of us get helped with that, but you know. And then Never Give Up, Never Surrender, just for some more of that useful effects that I think the AI will be able to use a little bit better than a human without some of the texture mods. Let you know when you're actually at 75% HP. Anyway. Yeah, and then your standard interrupts, all that sort of stuff. We'll see how that goes. Just something I'm trying out. I'm just doing some motivation stuff otherwise. Yeah. So, just as a reminder from last time, we are going to speak with Guardsman Kaolin when you're ready for combat. He says, I hope you're ready for battle. If so, speak with me and we can begin positioning our forces. I shouldn't have to stress to you that we are all that stands between our enemies and the Emperor, not to mention countless innocent civilians. We must not fail. Excuse me. So, wow, some saliva went down the wrong pipe. That is terrible. So, what is happening here, as a reminder, the various gangs and criminal organizations from across the world have been invited here on behalf of the Ampha and Jade Brotherhood to try to take over Cantha to make it a criminal empire. So. And we spied on them last time. So, Guardsman Kaolin says, Look alive, men. Today we fight not just for our lives, but for the whole of Cantha. I'll spare you a long speech and simply remind you that retreat is not an option. Failure is not an option. We must be victorious. Carmen Angelus, my men will obey your orders. Speak with them and direct them to where you want them stationed. We have only a few minutes before they break through that gate, though, so move fast. Okay. I see. So I can individually speak with them. Okay. So there's the Palace Gate. There's the Docks Gate. So let's take these Rangers and, I do not know where the best place to put these folks is. Okay, and there's the front gate. Oh, they're coming already. They've broken through the gate. This is it. This is it, men. May Balthazar guide our blades. So I have no idea what's going to be optimal here. May go very poorly. We'll find out. Oh goodness, what is happening to you, Master of Whispers? Yeah, we've got some of these guys coming in. Okay. They're coming in kind of staggered, which is nice. I should pop some of this up so I'm not, like, repeating things on dudes. For example, I have Mending Refrain. Don't need to re-put it on. What are they attempting to spread to us? Okay, let's not stand in the eruption. Oh, they've got some of their own bone horrors coming along, I see. I really don't need to be standing in that sandstorm, do I? Yeah, and what I remember is that, like, these things can really stay up if you got the right stuff going on. That's right, the Amphi are well positioned to deal with spirits. Okay. We're doing well, but I'm confident the battle is far from over. So, we probably need to go get over towards the docks gate area at some point. My hope is that these Canthan guards, yeah, now all of the things will wear off. But I want to pull some of these guys up kind of a little bit more centrally. You know what? Let's just drag them with us. Why not? It's probably a terrible idea. You know what? We got a ball coming. Not there, not there, not there. Here are these white mantle zealots. Wow, everything's going down so quickly. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap, by the way, just to... Yeah, like the Canthan guards just all died. I don't know why they're here. Mending refrain you up. And finale of restoration. So that way when the power yours ends. Gain some health. Okay, sounds like they're coming by the ocean. Those fiends! They've brought reinforcements by sea. Move some of our men to the northwest to defend the gate leading to the Bajunkan Pier. That gate won't hold long. True dat. Okay, I think... So part of what's confusing about this is how do you get to that spot, right? And then, okay, that gate's being bombarded right now. You will die! Which I think is actually a warrior shout that gains you adrenaline against things with low... Yeah. So here they come. Well, if I can be dropping some power is yours, that's going to help here. Now the problem is, of course, in this position I have no line of sight whatsoever on what's going on. Closer to the palace gate. So I do need to keep a bit of an eye on that in case I need to run over that way. I feel like I'm not getting Power as Yours procs as often as I would like. Oh, the guardsman's under attack. Okay, I'm going to leave some guys here, but we need to get back this way. See, that's exactly what I was worried about, is I don't have... not having line of sight over there means it's hard to... I'm going to close these because I don't think I need them open right now. Makes it hard to know what I need to actually do. Oh, okay, so the gate's technically a spirit. Interesting. That makes sense, because there's basically nothing that affects spirits. So we might fail this if we're not able to protect the gate. I want this arm guard. If that ends up being the case. Hold strong, men. We are dwindling their numbers. Guardsman Kowlin, Resurrects. So I kind of want to make sure I'm holding the line near here. Because obviously that's kind of important. Okay. Welp. So the question that I have is, does this end up getting some regeneration going on? Okay, so there's a bunch of people coming down from this direction. I kind of need to... The thing is, I can't really go down there to fight because the palace gate is so low on health. I don't know that this is regenerating either. Yeah, that I can't let this group right here make it to us. So I'm willing to kind of let that group of guards go down and then pop back up to kind of stymie some of these waves. Because I cannot let the gate go, because that's the... I mean, I assume that's the lose condition. And with that being the lose condition, I can't let it happen, you know? Yeah, so now I need to kind of start pulling guys back. Yeah, and we were just defeated because I didn't get to defending the palace gate quickly enough. Which is not surprising. Okay, so what I learned from that is I want to do a couple things differently on my bar. I also want to take a moment to take care of the inventory stuff. So give me a moment to do that while I kind of talk through, hopefully, some of what I want to do. So one of the things that I was noticing is that my bar itself is a bit clunky to run. Ooh, energy storage is probably actually pretty good. And part of why I say that is because I'm trying to figure out how to use some of these. I mean, obviously they're nerfed in PvP, but I'm trying to figure out how to use some of these, and it's a bit awkward. Okay, so let's see. This is Ghost Forge, which is probably not worth anything, and minor energy storage, which probably is. So Ghost Forge is going to be Ritualist. Yeah, wow, Shaman's Insignia is worth a lot. Elementalist, yeah, energy storage is worth a bit. So let's go ahead and grab the minor energy storage. And then Earthbound and Major Communing. I don't think either of those are going to be worth anything. Yeah, none of these majors are worth anything. And Earthbound is going to be Ring. Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought. Actually, need to sell you this. And then I'm just going to merchant the rest of this. Okay, so I'm going to want to tweak my bar. I think these skills are probably fairly useful, but they're just extremely awkward for me to try to use, which has issues. So let's see. What do I want to do here? What feels like it'd be the most useful? Instead of these two things. How many... Okay, so what would probably be most useful actually is for me using to use like Lyric of Zeal and maybe Lyric of Purification. Let's see. This one's so bad. Until the ally uses a skill. And it costs so much energy from me. That's not quite worth using. Actually, I kind of want to bring my own Signet. I kind of want to bring Signet of Synergy. We'll see. We'll see. But the main thing that I want to do tactically is I just kind of want to clump all of my dudes more at the gate area rather than spreading out like that. I don't think that was actually doing us any favors. Because I'm no longer running the sort of synergies that I was before, I also want to change up what Acolyte Jin is doing. Specifically, I actually want to move her over to being part Mesmer. And instead of Barrage Hunter Shot, I'm going to want to run Broadhead Arrow. Actually, maybe that doesn't work as well as I wanted. You know what? No, let's do something weird. I don't know. This probably won't work very well, but Mark of Rodgort. No, that stretches her way too thin. Okay, never mind. Let's just put her into Wilderness Survival. And then what's the best? You know, that's probably fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do with Acolyte Jin is I'm probably going to do Apply Poison Incendiary Arrows to spread bleed around. Or spread poison and stuff around. Hunter's Shot is pretty strong. Actually, I might move her back to slash Mesmer for Epidemic and Mirror of Disenchantment. And then, of course, she needs one more skill, so... Apply Poison is nice. Let's see. What's a good last skill for her? Such a weird skill. Actually, no, let's just straight up give her Antidote Signet. This is so bad. Oh well. Okay, let's try rolling with that business. Okay, so some of what I'm trying to do there is I'm trying to, again, work with the Lyric of Zeal stuff for some energy management synergies. But also, I feel like my bar was a little bit awkward, and then I'm just going to approach this with a different strategy. Sometimes you just need to scope out what the battlefield is going to be like before you can understand how to do it. So what I kind of want to do is I want to take these 4 and I want to pull them up here and kind of bring them up to our palace gate. Let's see. And with them positioned there, my hope is that they will kind of be able to rain attacks on multiples. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... a bit awkward, but I'm going to try to drag these guards more in front of these stairs specifically. Having to focus on trying to hit them. Their name plates. It's a little bit awkward, but I feel like this positioning will allow them to kind of catch stuff. Can I draw you up here at all? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we know from experience that they're going to start by coming off this way. And this initial group is going to be fairly small. Those gates are not going to really survive the first encounter with the enemy. And sort of the best thing I can do is try to build up my adrenaline so I can... Power's yours, everyone. Or build up my adrenaline so I can protect everyone with like power's yours and save yourselves. Okay. Master of Whispers is going to keep doing his thing of raising up minions. I don't know why Acolyte Jin is randomly cheering, but sure, why not? Let's see. So I know these warriors are pretty nasty. Okay, I don't want to... Oops, should not have walked into my back line with that on me, but oh well. Let's see. So at this point, my main focus is absorbed with just taking down dudes and trying to figure out targets. Mostly, it's just trying to make sure that I'm keeping a target, because these guys are actually going down fairly quickly. He says we're doing well, but do not grow overly confident. This battle is far from over. Which I believe is the exact same dialogue he had last time, because I don't know why it would be different. So at this point... is this the big... No, that's... So one of the things is the cast time on this is actually pretty quick. 2 seconds is very, very fast for a reanimation spell. Most of these are like 3 seconds, so it felt like it was going on just a bit too long. And of course the minions make a very nice buffer here. And Power is Yours gives 1 energy to all of my allies. That's how it works. Looks like it's better than that, but 1 energy regen for 3 seconds is in fact a grand total of 1 energy. Don't stand in those. They're not good for your health. Yeah, that should help. Okay, let's go after this guy. Okay, we've got some serious hex issues going on. That's what took down our monks, if you were wondering. Is some serious hex issues. Jade Brotherhood Warrior, please go down. That can help energy. Ankoro, why are you over there? Sometimes I have to ask the important questions. My job is actually to be kind of a battery build, interestingly enough. Like defense plus battery. Battery in this case is Guild Wars slang for providing energy to your allies. Predominantly it's used for like blood ritual and blood is power. But yeah, that's kind of what it's referring to. It's saying, oh, you're providing your allies with energy. Those fiends, they brought reinforcements by sea, etc., etc., etc. Move some of our men to the northwest to defend the gate. Now, that gate's going down. I know it. And it's better if we're all here by the palace gate and you're not getting randomly mobbed by, like, a bunch of dudes. I'd rather be be kind of like, at this point, had auto run on, kind of cloistered over here. There goes the dock gates going down. We all knew it would. Rune did I get? Oh, Beastmaster's Justiciar armor, Justicar armor of minor tactics. Okay. That's nice. I don't think I actually need to keep this, by the way. It's this thing that stays in your inventory so you can read it, but I might get onto it for now. Yeah, so this group that's coming up now, they were what did so much damage to the gate, if you remember. And having some defenses going on here is really important. Although it looks like a bunch of kind of run off. We do, however, have all of the rangers up on that hill doing their business, so that helps. And Koro, please stay up. Oh, that's some linen. I will take some linen. The good news is that the guards themselves are using respawn technology. So they will resurrect once we've finished off all of these enemies. I'm sure you know going down. And I think those rangers are kind of well positioned, so. And you are being obnoxious. So is whoever's putting soothing images on me, but no, I want the Ampha necromancers to go down, please. Okay, and this is already going a lot smoother because, as you might notice, the palace gate doesn't have any damage on it. So. Canthan guards. They've kind of strewn themselves down a little bit. I'm going to run this guy back up the stairs in particular because he's really gone way down. And this one I want back down this way. We can leave the one ranger where she's gone. I might move her. The main reason why I'm moving this ranger is because she's kind of positioned herself in such a way that she's likely to get kind of obstructed, which I'd rather not have happen. Okay, and you can already see a bunch of people engaging here, but we need to be ready for this flank. That might provide more overall energy, I'm not sure. Oh, I need to not stand in that. That was a ward of tonight's heat, which causes health degen, so best not stand in those. That's a bunch of cloth. I'm kind of focusing on these guys up here for no particular reason. Looks like sort of that one main group is gotten quite whittled down. Again, all of these Canthan guards will resurrect themselves later, but I'll need to drag them back to their posts. You know, unless this is like the last bit of it. There are too many of them. We cannot hold the line, says the Canthan guard. Well, we're doing pretty well so far, I would personally say, but yeah, you guys are like, we hold or we die. We're all that stands between them and the Emperor. You guys are like way out of position. Okay, I missed one of them, but whatever. Let's see. Okay, you know what? You know what? Just all of you shadow step to that fine fellow. I don't mind. Okay, one of the things that just happened is all of our minions ended up going over to that group, which is fine, because that's really going to delay them. You know, provided our monks don't spend all of the time trying to go over there. These Canthan guards are actually fairly beefy, which is nice. Oh, yeah. That is so nice. The, how is that obstructed? Whatever. Ooh, a Jadeite shard. That's nice. I will take that. That's a rare crafting material, folks. Whee! That's always fun to see. What am I even running towards? Okay, so a lot of these Canthan guards are in like really awkward positions right now. And I keep trying to drag them back to center location. Which is what I'm doing right now. Because this is where I want them, obviously. Actually, come to think of it, barbs would have been really good to bring to it, because we have so many of these Canthan guards, it would have triggered a lot. This is it, men, for the glory of the Dragon Empire. Yeah, those guards are still, for lack of a better phrase, kind of attached to me. What's going on with the guardsman over there that he has a degen hex on him? I think he might have some inbuilt regen. It's interesting, like, how does he know that things are almost done? This zone, for some reason, doesn't have any music, by the way. But it's like, it's narratively convenient that he knows that these are the last of them. Like, he's telling us because it's beneficial, and it makes things easier for us. Let's see, it's F11. Like, I haven't adjusted the music. It's just... there isn't any. So it's one of those things where, like, he knows because it's good for us to know. But there's no reason for him to actually know. That makes sense. Okay, so those guys are all kind of rushing over there. I'm going to kind of focus on this side then. Let's not stand there. Right, let's pick up this cape, though. I'm wanting to pick up some of the stuff that I know is probably going to be fairly... or is more likely to be a good pickup drop, just because I don't know if something horrendous is going to happen. There is some weird geometry with these stairs. I'm going to tell you. Ow, that was a meaty feast of corruption. Oh, okay, there's a pep. I guess the unending night is seeing stars. He has some one-liners. Oh, Master of Whispers died. That's not great. We're going to probably wreck Ryson in a moment here, though. Looks like that's one Phoenix. That won't be Ryzen. Making a pun on his name. We've done it! They're falling back! This is Guardsman Cowlin. And most people have a morale boost. That's cool. Master of Whispers isn't gonna. Tend to the wounded. I need every soldier who can still stand on their own to prepare for the counteroffensive. Sir? These are not soldiers. They are thugs, bandits, murderers, and fiends. Kaineng Center is safe for now, but those fleeing rats are sure to murder and pillage their way back into their holes. So we take the fight to them, now, while they are disorganized. We cannot allow the citizens of Cantha to reap the vengeance of our foe. And you can see that Cowlin has, you know, what's good for the people in mind. So let's go talk to him again, shall we? Worked out pretty well, actually. He says, "We've done it. Kaineng Center is safe, and the threat to the palace seems to have been halted. For now. But there are still many Ampha and Jade Brotherhood thugs in the surrounding area. This is only the beginning, and we have recalled all available Imperial Guards to deal with the remaining criminals plaguing our streets. Once they arrive, we shall take the fight to them." So he gives us a whopping pile of 3 of those. And he says, and this is what we'll be doing next time. "While your valor has certainly earned you a moment's rest, I'm afraid the Ampha and Jade Brotherhood disagree. It seems they aren't taking their failure particularly well and are leaving a wake of destruction behind them as they fall back to regroup. At first, they were simply looting the city, unwilling to go home empty-handed, but things are starting to turn a lot uglier out there. They've begun terrorizing the residents for sport, and I fear many lives will be lost if we do not intervene immediately. My forces are too few to handle this alone, and the Ministry of Purity is nowhere to be found. You'd almost think they wanted the palace to fall. Our fine citizens have already had to endure far too many hardships. We can't stand idly by as these thugs kidnap, rob, and murder them. Please, if you're able, I ask you to go out and teach these bullies to pick on someone their own size." So there goes the neighborhood is what we'll do next time. But until then, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.